Yo, 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 what's up, homies? I just wanted to do a really quick video to follow up one of the earlier videos that I posted that was a Superior Drummer versus GGD video. And just to recap, I wanted to be very clear that it's really hard to do comparisons like that. And I think you could get great quality results just using one or the other. But for me, a little background is that I'm a guitar player, so I like to write music on the computer, obviously, and it's super useful to have a drum plugin that sounds pretty realistic for doing like metal and rock and all that. So, if you are a guitar player or basically a non-drummer that's trying to make demos, I'm sure you're probably aware that it's quite a rabbit hole to try to get good drum sounds. It's like tone chasing, so to speak. Anyway, so it's not my intention to necessarily do a direct comparison, but just more of an overview so you can sort of make an informed decision when you're buying stuff like this to kind of understand, set your expectations right about what you're looking for and figure out what would work best for you. But it is nonetheless still pretty fun to compare the two. And in this video also I'm just going to do a little bit of more of a tutorial also about the way that I set up my tracks to get it to be kind of like as realistic as possible, or let's just say as similar to doing actual multi-track drum recording that you'd be doing in like a big studio. But of course, we're at home and we got Superior Drummer and stuff like that. So this one, for this little demo, I just pulled these tracks from like existing songs that I recorded, but this is actually from the progressive Foundry Superior Drummer, so I actually had to buy this. It was $179 in addition to Superior Drummer, which is already pretty pricey. So yeah, that's kind of annoying. These like add-on libraries are cool, but sometimes like a little bit, I don't want to say disappointing. I mean, there's some good kits for sure, but I think they require additional tweaking. So you need to pick them really wisely and like do some research and make sure you're getting something that's going to be useful. This kit is under bonus presets tight, and I think I've also changed some of the drums. And then what I did on the mixers, I just hid all the useless mics and just routed these out multi-output style. So we have kick, snare, hat, toms, overheads, a room, and like a compression that I put like a lot of. I guess they routed this through the black box, but I put even more compression on that. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And then what I did is I just created the corresponding tracks in Ableton and just routed it all like this, just manually. Now with GGD, the kit that we're using today is One Kit Wonder Aggressive Rock. I recently bought these. It sounds really good, but I always have little qualms. The only thing is that with this one, I just feel like the hits are really, well, I guess, yeah, there's just two toms. It's quite a bit more limited than Superior Drummer. Obviously, it's also a lot cheaper, so it's fine. It does sound really good. You got pretty good presets. I believe I customized this one. Yeah, so we have a few presets. I did some customization, especially like with the layout. So I go to settings and I changed this layout around to kind of fit the keyboard the way that I want to. It's pretty limited. I don't like the layouts that they have built in, so you have to go and map everything yourself. But other than that, it's pretty cool. The routing is also limited too. But yeah, I mean, for 99 bucks, definitely gets the job done. I'll just play what I have. I did a snare trigger for Superior. I'm going to talk about that a little bit because I think it's fun. But right now it's muted, so you don't have to worry about it. I'll introduce it later. So here's Superior Drummer, Progressive Foundry, the tight kit, but with a couple little tweaks. Alright, and now GGD Aggressive One Kit Wonder. Yeah, they both sound pretty good to me. So the one thing that I just wanted to note about the snare trigger, I'm not 100% sure, but I think on the GGD, the snare has like some kind of trigger, probably the kick too. That's just kind of like in general how you get like metal and like commercial rock sound. It's just what they've been doing since probably before Metallica in the 90s. Um, my workflow for that, once you record the MIDI, so you can obviously play the MIDI keys or just pencil it in or do a little bit of both to get it kind of sounding similar to the way you want. Then what I would do is just copy the MIDI over to an empty MIDI track. And then what I did is I just erased all the extra hits except for the snare. For this one, I'm just going to do the snare, but you could do the same thing for the kick or whatever you want to do. And then you just have to upload a sample, just drag and drop from the browser. You can get like lots of samples online or record your own. You can use electronic samples. You could use other rock snares. So if I add the snare sample in, this is what it sounds like. Just fills it up a little bit. Here's without. With a lot of mix engineers talk about this, and you don't necessarily want to hear the trigger per se, but you want to just kind of sneak it in so that it fills it up. So anyway, I just went on that tangent because I suspect that the GGD sort of like already processed vibe probably has that in there. So that's something to be aware of. And then what else? For Superior Drummer, we have a little bit more flexibility with routing. So I have kick, snare, hats, toms, overhead. Here's what the overhead sounds like by itself. It's pretty sweet. That sounds good. We also got a room mic. And this like compression slash like trashed track, which just has like a lot of saturation on it. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Obviously on the GGD we do have, so they have like a mono fat mic. Ooh, whoops here. Oh, I guess it's just a snare. Yes, it's just like a trash snare, and here's the room. Huh. Okay, there's the overhead. Yeah, so it's pretty sweet. Anyway, I'm going to try to keep this pretty short because we could be here all day. So that's just like a little teaser of some of the results you could get with Superior Drummer, Progressive Foundry versus GGD, One Kit Wonder. I got to do a video with the One Kit Wonder Fusion one. I know a lot of people are using that one. But yeah, it's all good stuff. You just kind of got to tweak it and set it up for your own style. It was interesting in the comments for the last video. A lot of people were saying they liked the GGD snares more. I thought that was, yeah. I mean, I guess that's fair. I think I like Superior better just because of the flexibility. Like you can just change the snare. Like you know, in this one you're stuck with the snare. You can change the preset, but if you're using Superior and you're like, oh, I don't think this snare is that good, you just click on it and you can change it out. So that's pretty valuable to me. But it is a more expensive software. But anyway, hope you guys find this helpful. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys have like other cool workflow tips for getting realistic drums if you're trying to write metal. All right, man. This is Lucas. Thanks for watching and peace out.